Birthdays are usually a time of joy, celebration, and well wishes. However, not all birthday experiences are filled with happiness. In this video, we'll delve into 3 disturbing true birthday horror stories that took an unexpected turn for the worse. These chilling tales serve as a reminder that even on the happiest days, darkness can lurk just around the corner. Story 1. The Vanishing Celebration. It was Lily's 10th birthday, and her parents had planned an extravagant party at their countryside estate. Friends and family were invited, and excitement filled the air. As the day arrived, so did the guests. The party was in full swing, with children playing games, adults conversing, and the aroma of delicious food wafting through the air. As the evening sun began to set, something odd happened. One by one, the guests started disappearing. At first, it was subtle, a friend here, a relative there. But soon, panic spread as Lily's parents realized that almost everyone was gone. Frantic searches turned up nothing. Calls to the missing guests went unanswered. Desperate, Lily's parents contacted the authorities, who began an investigation. Days turned into weeks, and still, no trace of the vanished guests was found. The incident remained a baffling mystery, leaving Lily's birthday forever tainted by the chilling memory of that disappearing celebration. Story 2. The Sinister Gift. For Mark's 30th birthday, his closest friends decided to surprise him with an unforgettable gift. They presented him with an old, ornate box they had found at an antique store. Mark was an enthusiast of the bizarre and mysterious, so the gift seemed perfect. As Mark opened the box, a sense of unease crept over the room. Inside, he found a collection of peculiar items: faded photographs, handwritten notes, and a lock of hair. Mark dismissed it as an elaborate prank and laughed it off, but the unsettling feeling lingered. Over the following weeks, strange occurrences began to plague Mark. He would wake up in the middle of the night, convinced he heard whispers. The photographs from the box seemed to change each time he looked at them, revealing disturbing images of people he didn't recognize. The handwritten notes contained cryptic messages that sent shivers down his spine. Mark's once vibrant personality grew muted as fear consumed him. His friends noticed the change and grew concerned, but their attempts to help were met with paranoia and aggression. Eventually, Mark's mental state deteriorated to the point where he was institutionalized. The mystery of the sinister gift remained unsolved, leaving Mark's friends haunted by the thought that their birthday surprise had unleashed something malevolent. Story 3. The Cursed Countdown. Samantha was turning 18, and her parents had arranged a trip to a remote cabin to celebrate this milestone birthday. Samantha and her 4 closest friends set off for a weekend of fun and bonding. The cabin was charming, nestled deep within a dense forest, offering a picturesque escape from the chaos of life. On the night of Samantha's birthday, as they sat around the fireplace, they found an old book filled with peculiar symbols and incantations. Samantha, always curious, decided to read one of the incantations out loud as a joke. They all laughed it off, believing it to be nothing more than a silly game. But as soon as the incantation left Samantha's lips, a strange and oppressive energy settled over the cabin. The group dismissed it as their imagination running wild until bizarre incidents started occurring. Objects moved on their own. Shadows seemed to dance with a life of their own, and eerie whispers echoed through the cabin. As the weekend progressed, the group realized they were trapped. The forest outside seemed to stretch endlessly, and attempts to leave were met with failure. Worse yet, a countdown appeared on the cabin's walls, ticking down ominously. In a frantic attempt to break the curse, they researched the incantation's meaning and origin. They discovered it was tied to a dark ritual meant to bind spirits to a location. With time running out, they managed to reverse the incantation just as the countdown reached 0. The cabin was engulfed in a blinding light, and when it subsided, the group found themselves back at home, shaken but safe. The cursed countdown had been stopped, but the memory of that traumatic birthday would forever linger in their minds. Conclusion: birthdays should be a time of celebration and happiness, But as these true horror stories show, even the most joyful occasions can take a dark and unexpected turn. These tales serve as a chilling reminder that sometimes the line between light and darkness can blur, leaving us with experiences that haunt us long after the candles are blown out. Story 4. The Haunted Cake. As Sarah turned 16, her family decided to throw a birthday party in their historic mansion. Sarah was thrilled, as she had always been, fascinated by the mansion's rich history and old-world charm. The party was in full swing, with guests exploring the mansion's opulent rooms and lavish gardens. The highlight of the evening was the grand birthday cake, a towering masterpiece that stood as a centerpiece on the dining table. As Sarah made her wish and blew out the candles, a sudden gust of wind swept through the room, extinguishing the flames. Unfazed, the guests laughed it off as a quirky coincidence and continued celebrating. However, the atmosphere began to change. Lights flickered, and a cold breeze seemed to follow people around. Sarah's younger brother claimed he saw a shadowy figure in one of the mirrors. Whispers echoed in the hallways, and a feeling of unease settled over the party. As the night progressed, the mansion's history began to reveal itself. The family's research uncovered that the mansion had been built on the site of a tragic incident from the past, a fire that had claimed the lives of several occupants, including a young girl around Sarah's age. The birthday festivities took a sinister turn as strange occurrences escalated. Guests reported feeling icy fingers brushing against their skin, and disembodied laughter echoed in empty rooms. The grand birthday cake, once a symbol of celebration, became a source of dread as eerie markings appeared on its surface overnight. Terrified, Sarah's family sought the help of a paranormal investigator. They learned that the restless spirit of the young girl who had perished in the fire might have been awakened by the birthday celebration. With the investigators' guidance, they performed a cleansing ritual, asking the spirit to find peace and move on. After the ritual, the mansion's atmosphere gradually returned to normal, and the unsettling occurrences ceased. The haunted cake and the eerie happenings served as a chilling reminder that the past can cast a long shadow on the present, even during the most festive occasions. Story 5. The Vanishing Twin. Alex and Emily were twins, inseparable from birth. As their 25th birthday approached, they decided to celebrate together on a remote island, a place they had always dreamed of visiting. They arrived with excitement, ready to make lasting memories. The island was idyllic, with sandy beaches and lush forests. On their birthday, they set out for a hike to a scenic overlook. As they reached the summit and took in the breathtaking view, a sudden gust of wind separated them for just a moment. When the wind subsided, Emily was nowhere to be found. Panic set in as Alex searched frantically for Emily. Calls and shouts went unanswered. The island's beauty turned into a haunting backdrop as Alex's search yielded no results. Authorities were called in and a thorough search was conducted, but there was no sign of Emily. Months turned into years, and Alex never gave up hope. He continued to visit the island, retracing their steps and leaving messages for Emily in places they had shared. He couldn't shake the feeling that she was still out there somewhere. One day, while revisiting the overlook where they had last stood together, Alex heard a faint voice carried by the wind. He followed the sound to a hidden cave. There, he discovered Emily frail and disoriented, but alive. She claimed to have no memory of the time since she had vanished. The mystery of Emily's disappearance remained unsolved, but the bond between the twins had proven unbreakable. The island's beauty had transformed into a haunting reminder of the day they were separated, and their birthday had become a poignant symbol of their unwavering connection. Conclusion. These additional stories further illustrate the chilling possibilities that can accompany birthday celebrations. From haunted cakes to vanishing twins, these true horror stories serve as a reminder that life's most joyful moments can be intertwined with unexpected darkness. As we celebrate our own birthdays and those of our loved ones, it's essential to remember that even amidst the celebrations, there can exist a thin veil between the ordinary and the paranormal, the joyous and the unsettling.